On this episode of Upclose, we talk with Walla Blagay. She's a community activist committed to workers' rights, women's issues, and civil rights. Walla is currently counsel for the DC Nurses Association, adjunct law professor, and talk show host for the Chat with the Lawyer TV. And if that's not enough, she's making even more impact in her community by running for elected office. Well, we are on our way to pick up Walla. Walla is amazing. You guys will love her. And I'm going to tell you all about her. We're going to hang out and just chit-chat, find some little downtime and some girl time, some girl chat. And we're going to see what's up. She is running for office. And she's going to tell us what we need to do for certainly midterm elections and beyond, so we can stay empowered and we can continue to be leaders in our community and be able to advocate for those who we love. So I'm really excited, and I know you guys are going to learn so much and have a great time with Walla. This weather is just so... This is supposed to be spring, guys. Come on. So we're here, we're gonna pick up our girl. Let's see here. Hey girl, how are you?
Oh, hey everyone.
How you doing?
Good, good. I'm so glad to see you.
Girl, well thank you for hanging out with me today, because first of all, I know you are super busy. Y'all, while I was running for office. Is that right?
It's that time of the year. It gets crazy.
Wow.
The church visits, the door knocking.
Wow.
To you name it.
That's good.
You can get, cause you know what, I don't even want to show you the messy car we
Okay,
have here.
messy car.
This is all campaign. But
Wow.
got some fun literature.
Love it. So tell us, first of all, because I've told the people that you're running for office, tell us more about the office that you're running for. I know what it is, but tell us.
So I'm running for state delegate assembly, where I'm going. And this is from your insurance, to buying your home, to banking, to civil rights issues, to pay equity issues, your employer issues, just about everything that you have an impact. That has an impact on your life is passed by state laws.
Wow, you know, so many times we put so much attention, especially nowadays, on the federal issues, with our dear president. But a lot of things happen on the state level.
The White House, right?
Okay. And so, I mean, I'm always hearing about, make sure that you pay attention to what's going on the local level.
You're knocking on that door.
Yeah,
you
absolutely.
have to.
Wow.
Because the truth is, when you knock on someone's door, you leave some literature. People don't remember, people have busy lives here, right? We're like taking our kids to school, working, trying to go home, cook, shop, live your life. And what you don't realize is that there are people representing you. Most people don't know them, so you gotta knock on their door. Knock. And the truth is, that's the best way to actually get to know what the issues are in your community. And that's what I've learned from actually knocking on doors.
How many so far?
5,000.
Oh my gosh, 5,000 doors.
5,000 doors. In fact, yesterday we had to have hit over close to 1,000 doors. We had a lot of people come out yesterday, and what we learned there is like people are kind of they're concerned about education. That's the first thing, and then just about just the safety in their communities.
Absolutely. Safety
for their families. And number 3 is business issues. We are lucky and blessed. Even around here, we have business owners everywhere here.
Wow.
And people having they want more support from their government, especially when you're in the most affluent African American community.
Absolutely.
It is very, very important that we provide the support that everyone needs. So that's
5,000 doors in these beautiful shoes right here.
Well,
that's what I'm talking about. Okay, come on down. Listen, I was telling Walla a couple weeks ago that I used to be able to wear shoes like that. I don't know what happened, guys. I stopped wearing heels.
Yeah.
And I can barely walk in them anymore.
Only
so now,
for you, Shada.
Oh, okay. Well,
we're
blessed, right, guys? So we're going to hop in this car and we're on our way.
All right.
Getting all belted up. You know what? I was going to put these earrings on Walla right here, but they're so heavy. Are you an earring person? What earrings do you like to wear?
I like pearls.
I love pearls.
Yeah.
Little button pearls?
Yes, I love my pearls.
Yeah,
I don't have them on today, but I usually have my pearls with everything because it just fits.
Right.
Everything, especially when you want to do.
So you done hoop, girl?
You know, I do. I have gotten hoops. I like them sometimes,
right?
But I don't love them.
Right. Like I love hoops on other people, but for me, for some reason, I feel like Mickey Mouse or something. It's never really worked for me. But I love hoops on other people, and I think sometimes hoops really enhance.
It does.
It looks nice on people.
It gives you, especially when you're going out, you want to have fun with your friend.
Right.
It gives you that I'm here for fun. And
I know. I think so.
Oh no!
Don't hit me. Oh, this is crazy, guys. But see, these are kind of heavy.
See, I don't do the heavy ones anymore because I've seen that destroys them.
I
used to do really big earrings when I was a lot younger, and then I noticed that my hole was getting bigger and bigger.
Right. Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Like I like these, and I've worn them one time. I wore them for a speaking engagement, and I took them right off. But I like them.
Thank you.
Yeah. So we'll see how these work out. So on our way. So Walla, are you an art person? Because we're going to an amazing, fabulous gallery, and I know that you will really appreciate it. Jackie is a local business owner, and just really awesome, woman and what have you. But her selection of art is really impeccable, and the space is nice, and it's a really good meeting place.
I think.
But the art is really
nice.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Well, and I forgot because I got one great volunteer that lives in my district who is an art collector, and Mr. Charles David Staunton is just amazing. Like some of his art, like when we went to his art, he had an art show. He make a left here.
Okay.
He had an art show. Yeah. He had an art show that I was like in awe as to
what. Get out of here. What kind of art does he do?
He does a variety. That's the thing. There's no one thing that he does. He has some very he has art that's very unique. Black art. It's just a different groups, very variety, international, and I was just impressed with his taste. And in fact, Mr. Staunton, we got to go on a visit because he's always inviting me to go to nursing homes.
Okay.
And I definitely love that because a big thing that I'm going to be focusing on senior issues.
Oh my gosh, that is so important.
Yes,
I feel so bad
really,
sometimes
really important.
for the people that take advantage of seniors. Like, what is wrong with you to want to take advantage? Am I making it right or left?
Left.
What is wrong with you to want to take advantage of a senior? But it's a real thing. I mean, I know it's a real thing, but is that right?
It is.
Tell us about that.
It goes on. So what's happening, what we find is that financial companies have gamed the system. They've realized from a lot of their marketing tools that, first of all, seniors are will easily give their money if so told the right thing.
Sure.
So what we've learned is that certain companies have used that to take advantage of seniors in their capacity and tell them, if you do this now, especially when seniors are often trying to help their families, help their kids, so you find a lot of times seniors are getting in debt for reasons that make no sense. And what you find is that a lot of people want to say, well, the senior should have known better. But the truth is, it's a science. A lot of these companies know what to say to allow people to actually sign on to certain things.
Right.
You make a right here.
Okay.
So they know what to say. They have all the right things that they can say to fool those. So we have to find ways. And to be honest, let's just call it what it is. We're in the African American community. That's double time for them, because not only do the companies know how to take advantage of seniors, they know how to take advantage of people of color.
It's awful.
And it's awful. But the truth is that they don't pay enough for the damage that they are. In fact, what they have something in the Prince George's County court. It's like it's not debtor's court. Okay. But what they do, because these financial companies come to court and they file, thousands of lawsuits.
Wait a minute, back up, hold up. The companies themselves are filing lawsuits.
Well, so they sell the debt to a debt collector.
Gotcha.
And then you're gonna make right at the next light.
The light, okay.
So they sell it to a debt collector, and then the debt collector goes and starts filing lawsuits, because the only way you can go after people's houses and everything, the only way that you can do that is if you get a judgment. And that's what happens. You get a judgment. Also, you could take people's homes, go into their bank accounts, all that stuff. But you have to get a judgment first. And legally, you can't do it without a judgment. So,
gotcha.
So they've been working. So they'll file this in high numbers. So the courts became concerned. Like, well, so some of the judges, the courts put together a debtor, almost like to get the people to come in and talk to the debt company.
Sure.
So they will have volunteer lawyers, pro bono lawyers come out, and I've done that a couple times with the Maryland Lawyers Volunteer Service.
Gotcha.
But when I did that, I was just shocked at how most of the people there were singers.
That is so sad, man.
They would make sure that they would make sure that it's seniors so that they can get them to sign on to high debt and trick them into reverse mortgages or everything that would get them into a much worse situation. And somebody with a fixed income doesn't have the ability to kind of pay a high to go say, okay, I'm going to take this like $1,000 and pay off this debt. They don't have that money,
right?
Because they have to spend. They own a fixed income, so they don't have extra money coming in. So then a lot of them have to go and get another job. The problem with that is that when you're much older, when you're 70s, 80s, it's hard to get a job. You got people in their 80s, they can't just go out and just start working again.
That's awful.
And in fact, when I'm door knocking, I was in the community here in Kettering. One of the community members were like, "Look, I'm an elderly person. I don't want to have to work, but I'm 85 years old and I gotta go get a job because I got these bills coming up and I'm getting into high debt." Now, how they do it? A lot of, especially credit card companies, get people with prescriptions. But you don't realize is that a lot of prescriptions they have to pay. Like these pharmaceutical companies are raising the prescriptions so high that a lot of these seniors cannot afford, to take out money to afford medicine. And they do it purposely. That same medication a couple years ago was like half the price it is now.
You're kidding me.
So it is a mess. We have got to do something about it. I worked with the Maryland Coalition for Consumer Protection. They have been focusing on that and for-profit schools. That's another problem. We're not
really?
Going to, yes. You get those. You probably see it. You go on a website,
right,
and you see someone that says Obama. They used to do it with the Obama. They would say, sign up for school now, free government.
Right,
government.
I see that.
Oh, it is misleading because what they're making you do is you sign up for a student loan. The student loan is like thousands of dollars. Now, what they do, because they know that the student loan is they're going to get paid with the student loan. Once they charge you, the student loan will be as high as the student loan will be $60,000 for 1 year.
Wow.
Right, $60,000 for 1 year for some IT course or something like that. Then you start taking the class because they said free loan, so you start to sign up. They give you all the paperwork. Sure. And someone just first to make you fill out the paperwork. And then as soon as you do that, you start taking the class. You realize that it's not all that it says.
Right.
You're not really learning IT. You're barely learning computer. You're learning simple computer things, if that. And then once you have that, basically you pretty much spent all your money. You got this high loan. So by the time you get out of school, you're 2-3 years, you're at over $100,000 in student loans and can't get a job because they haven't properly trained you.
That's and from the very jump, that is so many things that are wrong about that.
Right. So it's very unfortunate that this is happening.
Wow. So that's why we need people like you. We need you to go down to Annapolis, which is our state capital here in Maryland, so you can help us and you can be the change that we need to see here, not only in Prince George's County, but in Maryland period. So.
And we're dedicated to that. I mean, I'm telling you now that I've been telling people I will be dedicated to them, and this is not just some position to get me into a high office.
Sure.
I'm really doing this because I care. And I want people to know that.
Wow.
We're having a meet and greet in Clinton next week, and one of the things we're going to focus on is just really getting people more engaged in the process, because like you said, most people don't know what state district they live in. They don't know who their state representatives are. This session, it's so funny, one of the biggest issues when we knock on the door, people talk to people, they say education. It's all about the schools.
Absolutely.
So what we do is like, okay, it's all about the schools. Let's focus on something that can actually provide accountability and transparency in the school system. So recently you had a bill that was going to bring, because one of the problems when Rashawn came in, for our current county executive in Prince George's County, one of the bigger focuses that he had was changing the school board. So he changed it to half elected then they have 4. So it's not half elected. It's like 9 elected, 4 appointed. And then the appointed basically are the leaders of the board. So the way they have it is that you're a leader if you're appointed of the school board. So you have, so you can control the school board because you have leadership.
Gotcha.
But that's led to a lot of problems. Many feel that because now if there's something going on wrong, you go to the school board. The board has all these people who are appointed and they're not really responding to you. They might not feel like they are accountable to you. You didn't put them in. They got appointed.
Absolutely.
So a lot of people say, okay, all elected school board. Yes, you're taking
I think definitely this way.
Yeah. Sorry.
Wow, that's all right.
So they say all elected school board. So we've been focusing on that. So a bill came up for all elected school board.
Okay.
It didn't even get out of the House. Why?
I've read about that.
Yes, it did not get out of the House.
Wow, so unfortunate.
And one of the things because it was very frustrating to a lot of people, including myself, like, people want elected. If you go to a door, we're the only county in the state that does not have a fully elected school board. So then, when they come to find out that the delegates didn't put it forward because they were told by a group of people in Senate that that bill should not pass the House.
Wow. What was the reason?
Well, it was many believe it's the legacy of the county executive. He doesn't want it to be impacted. Some say that there's this control over the county from people outside individuals who don't have the same dedication.
Gotcha.
To Prince George's County like we do. Either way, the point is the people want an elected school board.
Sure.
So our delegates should be required to actually vote on this and let the constituents know it's something they care about. In fact, usually something as big as this would be put before the House because then they would force them to they would do it just so they can make sure they get elected. But because nobody's paying attention,
I see.
They're not even feeling the heat to pull the bill forward so that they can vote on it, so they can prove to their constituents that they care. So we're allowing them to kind of do what they want.
Absolutely.
So what I'm going to do is focus on trying to engage people through the process by making sure that people know what's going on. So what we do is every time we go to a door, we ask people, like, what's your email address? What's the best way to contact you?
Absolutely.
Because what we're going to start doing is, so we can start calling people and letting them know this is what's going on.
Wow.
And that way it would allow them to be engaged. So that's the way we got to do something, or else we're not going to make this county better if we just continue to focus on our inner lives and not really focus on what's really at play, which is these are real issues, really. What Trump does in the White House does impact us, but what impacts you more is what your local representatives do.
And that's the message right there. Wow. So guys, we're going to talk more about how to be engaged and how we can be impactful in our own lives and our own communities. So just stay tuned. So guys, we are here finally at Overdue with Ignition with our girl Jackie.
Hi everybody.
Guys, this is amazing. First of all, we have 2 powerhouses, and we have king and queen right here.
There you go.
And I was in here, guys. I had a sneak peek and what they have done with this space. First of all, this entire story is just, really nice. The space itself is a piece of art.
Oh,
it really is. So Jackie, tell us about the opening and all that good stuff like that. How's everything been so far?
It's been great. The opening was last weekend, and we are still in awe with all the support that we had. Over 100 people came through, stayed busy all day and supporting us and wishing us well wishes, flowers, champagne. Wow. I can go on and on. It was amazing.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Well, we are excited. I was telling Jackie before that we really needed this space. The culture, the community needed this space. Right. We were hungry for what this space does, what it does for the artists, what it does for collectors, and just the whole community, because we didn't have anything. Everything went away. All the bookstores, all the guys, everything went away, so we didn't have anything. And so now we have an opportunity, first of all, to see beautiful art, to purchase art, to learn more about art, and so this is just awesome. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're gonna take a little quick tour. We don't want to hold them up. We're gonna get out of here, but I just wanted you guys to come and see.
That look like them to inspire them, you know. So that's, and they can see families, they can see celebration and what, you know, what our culture is, and it's very inspiring when we see small kids coming in. They say, "Oh, mommy, we have this piece," and you don't even think they notice it, but they are taking it all in. So it's a great feeling to know that that's happening as well.
Wow.
Showing sculptures, and it's from Zaire and Zimbabwe. It's a mountain there, and that's the only place in the world you can find this stone. And what it is the natives go there and they carve these sculptures out of the stone. And it's getting very rare for them to carve them because most of the natives that were doing it, they're getting elderly, or, you know, unfortunately Africa has a widespread of HIV and AIDS. So a lot of them are, you know, passing away, and they're not passing it on to the younger, or either that they're not interested in learning how to do the carvings. So they are getting very rare.
And have some mimosas and champagne.
Oh, that's nice.
But I had a fashion show. What was that? Like three weeks ago.
Maybe.
March 25th.
Nice. Okay. And that's good. So then you had, so is your, do you have, well, are you still selling it online?
Yes, I do. I have a website. It's shopml.com.
Okay. That's nice.
And where can folks, so you're on Instagram, your social media as well,
I am
right?
on Instagram. It's at shopml, and my website is shopml as well. Yep.
I'm always promoting myself. Also, I am running for state delegate in District 3.
Oh, amazing.
See that, guys? These women are ready at all times. They're ready, right?
It's not that, you know, the district.
So, guys, we were here and we took an amazing tour around this amazing art gallery.
Amazing.
We have some powerhouse women here, guys, and definitely more to come from these two awesome powerhouse women. We have Jackie Thompson, we have Juan Begay. And guys, just stay tuned. So this is the G.U.M Network. We are excited, guys. You're going to see more of this place here. We're going to see some things that
We are working on putting on some art exhibits very soon, so stay in touch with us. And
how can folks learn more about you?
You can visit our website at www.overduerecognition.com.
All right, sounds good.
Bye.
We're excited. I love your chicken. What are you getting?